Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and today we're going to be doing the K1 Revelation Lost Sector. This is for July 12th. Remember, these are active on their current difficulty for about 24 hours. I think I'm an hour late on this one, but we are on exotic legs today. If you see this tomorrow after 10 a.m. Pacific time, basically, you'll see 1340. It will be Master, and the day after that, it's going to be moving on to somewhere else in the game. They always go through a daily rotation. Today we're dealing with Hive. You've got Barrier and Unstoppable. I'll show you guys how I'm handling those. Your destination modifier, Void damage is increased, and Burn is Void. So Void damage coming in is going to hurt a lot, so we're going to make sure we're very cautious on that. And then aerial damage, you got to keep your feet on the ground. If you get melted by an ogre in the air, it takes like a split second and you're dead. So, I'm going to go for, as I usually do on these loadouts lately, and let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be on vacation in August. Would you guys like to continue to see, different loadouts for the Legends, or would you guys like to see Master difficulty for kind of the week that I'm going to be out in August? Just let me know down in the comments what you'd prefer. About a month from now, I'm going to be out of town, and I was going to prep some videos for these lost sectors for you guys. But for modifiers, we've got anti-barrier auto rifle. I'm literally going with like the most basic loadout I can. I'm not going with the scout rifle that I usually would. Nothing's masterworked. All the basic stuff here. So anti-barrier auto rifle, unstoppable grenade launcher. Grenade launchers are more fun, so I'm using those when I can this season. Grenade launcher ammo finder. Make sure you've got grenade launcher on your reserves. That's going to help, especially as we are going double grenade launcher. It works. It's kind of one of those times. Rockets can be nice if you've got truth in here as the burn is high. It's going to be a really, really beneficial thing to use. But as I'm just going no exotics, that's kind of what I'm rolling with. I will make sure I put the proper thing on there. Got grenade launcher scavenger on my feet, also protective light, and then breach and clear. If you are using a grenade launcher, you may as well use breach and clear this season. But if you're curious on a couple exotics you can use for power, truth, kind of a must here. You got 3 in the chamber, grenades, horseshoes, tracking. It's insane. If you're going to come in here and you have truth, it's going to work really well. Another one to consider that I'm probably thinking not a lot of people would generally use is going to be Black Talon. Swords are actually pretty powerful, and this one actually is a ranged sword, so you can chuck the projectile, and it's actually going to put in some work from range. Not saying it's going to be like the most optimal, but if you want to goof around with swords, Black Talon actually would not be too shabby. Tractor Cannon's not going to be too great on this one, but if you do have something like Deathbringer, for example, especially with the Catalyst, you're also going to destroy stuff. So there are some exotics that are going to make this better. If you've got them, use them. I'm just showing you guys that you can do this without the exotics, and then if you've got those, just make your run that much easier. Using ignition code, just a random one that I've got. One thing, your energy weapon, make sure it's arc, because there are going to be a few arc shielded enemies. It's going to make it a little easier to manage those. And then we've got a grenade launcher that is going to be void, because you want to match your heavy with the burn, the big plus burn. That way you get a lot of damage out of your heavy weapon. Nice way to kill some of the ads. So let's jump in and show you guys how this works. All right, so when you come in, you're going to have quite a few ads here at first, so just start working them down. Best place to fight from is here for some cover. And again, you can be pretty cautious here to start. There's no reason to really rush out. You'll get a few that'll jump out at you. Nothing's going to kill you too quickly back here. Obviously, we got orbs on the ground. We got stuff flying down. Just sit back here. Use the cover that you've got. Be careful of their grenades. It's probably the biggest thing I'll tell you throughout all this. And then just enjoy your grenade launcher shots. Sometimes they're going to go well. Sometimes you might miss a couple times. That is okay. A lot of this one is going to be kind of about patience, especially when we get to the tough guys. So don't worry too much about sprinting through this one. It's not the most farmable between everything that you've got to kill, so just do your best to stay alive. Patience is key. Now, he's going to pop his shield probably any second. Literally as I go to reload. There we go. And now that he's got breach and clear on, I can do this one of two ways. I can miss, or just make sure you got your barrier weapon up. He's gonna pop his shield probably again. Pop that shield, and then I can probably kill him with that. Well, almost. There you go. Now, I've also had it to where he will drop down below, literally down here, and you'll be fighting him there. It's fine. Just stay up here to fight him and be slow and cautious about it, and be careful about those grenades. They're still gonna hurt. But for now, you can use a grenade launcher, kill some of these ads. Just be patient up here, use the high ground, gonna keep you alive. All right, make sure you got some stuff reloaded. Make sure everything's square. Cool. All right, next thing we got is some ads are gonna come out of this little section right here, kind of out of this doorway. You do not want to run up in front of this little box, because there's a shrieker over there that will ruin you. So run up, get the ads to spawn, out here. You can somehow, like, line a lot of those up. Now, I would leave a couple of those alive, because what you're going to want to do is come back here, make sure your auto rifle's reloaded, and down below, you're going to have another Barrier Knight. Now, if you can find a good angle on him, and again, he's only probably going to be too manageable. If you can get his health down, there's your shield. Now, you want to try and get that grenade down there. And if you can kill him down there, it's just going to be easier. It's not impossible when he jumps up, but it's just easier. Now, if he does jump over there to that little platform, leave him alone for a little while. We're going to work on this guy. So Shrieker's back here. When you get so far forward, it'll open up. Literally get far enough forward that you can shoot it and then hide. Remember when I said the burn is void, void? Plus 50% void damage dealt and received, and also incoming void damage and aerial damage increased. Void is going to kill you, so be careful. Peek up again. This one can take a little while. I usually do this with a scout rifle, so that's my preference. I'm doing this with literally an auto rifle to show you guys it can be done with just about anything. It's just a patience game right now. But again, those couple shots, if they start tagging you multiple times out in the open, it's just going to be really painful. Now, one thing I do kind of enjoy doing, if I can get a practice on a grenade launcher, it's a nice way to put a chunk in and then hide. Same thing. Bam. I'm gone. Alright, check your ammo, see if anything dropped anywhere. May not have. And that's basically where the Barrier Knight would eventually jump into. And what's going to cause him to jump across is if you kill more of the adds. If enough of the adds have stayed up, he'll kind of stay below me on this platform down here. If enough have died, or basically you kill all the adds and not him, he'll definitely go running across. And the only problem is you can see what this guy's doing right here. He will kind of peek in and out. Now, it's not so bad when it's just, you know, an acolyte over here, but if you're trying to get a barrier and then he ducks behind cover and pops up his shield, it's just a little frustrating. All right, so from here, I'm going to grab my ammo, and you're also going to get mini guys to spawn when you pop up here. Now, you'll notice we got quite a few adds. Is an auto rifle the best thing for ranged killing? No, but I told you guys I'm doing this with the unoptimal loadout. Now, this is where you're going to have your arc shielded dude up top. If I can get a shot on him, that'd be great. Still going to hurt a little bit, but if you can break his shield, and then I love trying to see if I can get my grenade shots up there. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes we get a shot. Now, you're going to have adds all over up here, so just be careful. See who's going to show their face. Gonna have some acolytes up here. Gonna have a nice little shield break. Might kill some adds. Again, use your cover up here. Be careful of the arcing shots that are gonna come to you. He's up there chilling. Probably not gonna do too much to him. And also watch falling off the edge over here. So I can put some damage into the knight. Almost kill him if I can keep him out here. Sometimes it's worth taking the couple shots if you can just kill a guy, but just be careful. I have enough reses right now, I'm not worried about it. So that's one of those times I'll be a bit more aggressive. If you're down to that last 15 minutes, obviously don't risk anything. Once you pass that res timer, you don't get to come back. So now your best bet is to stay down here. Stay under cover. Work these guys down slow and steady. Did get some heavy ammo back, so my scavenger probably worked. Yep, I'm up to 17 grenades. Good stuff. You're going to see most of these guys die, and when the final ad dies for this section, you'll hear more spawn, and you'll know on that left side of the screen when it happens, because now I have the elemental charge right now. I'm trying not to pick up enough so it matters, because I don't want that to actually be considered a buff. When you kill all of the adds in one section, now you're going to see you're unstoppable, so you just got to be ready to switch. So it's a good thing every so often to check and see if your grenade launcher is actually reloaded, so when the unstoppable spawns, that you'll be able to handle it. Now the champion has appeared, so it's this first one. You got 3 seconds when you pull it out. Pop him in the face, and then grenade launcher. Goes really quick. That's why void is key. Having your heavy void is all about efficiency more than anything. So again, pretty standard auto rifle killing here. I'm actually out of ammo. That's a whole level of beautiful right there. Well, guess we're going to be using this thing for a minute. Practice my grenade launcher arc shots. Watch for their grenades, which are so much fun. And then my advice, grab some ammo as you come around the corner. How are you not dead? Okay. One grenade missed. The other one skirted across the floor. What are y'all doing? Okay. And then every so often you just have to punch something because I'm a Titan, and that's what we do. All right, so find some cover. We're going to work the next section up above. I'm going to try and do my little ammo run. And try and find you a good line here. At this point, if I shoot this crystal, nothing's going to happen. Not a big deal. The ogre's already down. Just may as well cross it off your list. Now, if I can find that knight and actually put some damage into his shield, it's not a bad way to work him down a little bit. It's not always the easiest to get an angle on him because he's usually probably going to hide on you. Now, you have a barrier weapon. Keep firing. Keep that shield going down. And same thing. Try and find a different angle if you can. It's okay to get a little aggressive now because the ogre is not up yet. Same thing. If you can get him to pop his shield, you can get him to stay visible. That's the hard part. Patience on the knights is key. That's the goal. All right, so now that he's down, and depending on how many ads are still up there, the ogre may have spawned. Now, I can't tell you. If you got a lot more ads spawning, ogre's probably up there, I'm going to be honest. So, use your grenade launcher. Nice way to burn off a couple guys. Check over here. You usually have quite a few up in this center section. Just give yourself some room to work. I'm seeing some heavy ammo drop, which is nice. Means I don't have to worry too much about it, which is more of a luxury than anything. I love those arcing grenade shots when they nail perfectly. And again, just be a little cautious. Now, the ogre's likely back there. You can see his crazy tentacles on the top of his head. He's just hanging. Sometimes you just gotta shoot where you know they are. So, that's the boss screaming. That's actually not the little ogre that's over here next to me. Yeah, use your grenade launcher. It works wonders if you can arc it right. And it takes some practice. I've done this a lot. Now, when you go for the ogre, remember, same thing as always. Switch over. That was a stupid throw. Got it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Same thing. Stun him. 3 grenades. 3 heavy grenades, and he's done. That's why heavy matches the burn. I'm going to say it every time until that sinks in. But there's a reason for that. Got a little prime engram, got some ammo, and we can shoot our next crystal. Now, this is a slow run. Obviously, I'm not doing this for lightning speed. I'm just trying to show you guys the safest way to get through this thing and complete it, because I know most of you guys just want to have a chance to complete these things to get a chance at your exotics. That's the whole goal. Arc burn, keep putting them down, keep firing that barrier weapon, try and get through that shield. And again, if you're this close, try and keep the pressure on. If I die at, 9 minutes, it's not as big of a deal as if later on, watch the timer and just be cautious. And then if I just really want to kill him, I'll try and tuck that around the back. He's going to go hiding because he's fun like that. Now, if you've got basically no other ads up here, kind of notice I don't have a whole lot going up in here in the top. If you're at this point, you cleared out most of the ads, and then I've got my knight over there. Well, when he goes down, the ogre is going to spawn quick, so make sure your grenade launcher is ready for the stun. It's important. Because he's going to spawn pretty much straight away. And he did, right there. And then if you can, should almost be dead. Now, thing to know about Unstoppables is what's mostly what you're facing in here. If you stun an Unstoppable and then you get out of its line of sight, like I just did, it's not going to know where I am. I literally say that as the one time he kind of chooses to not obey that rule, but I must have, obviously he was very low health. I nearly killed him, but normally, if he's stunned, I think I'd let myself be in his line of sight for too long. But normally, you get 2 shots off, and then if you bail, get out of line of sight, he's just going to wander around and be aimless. So he's much easier to handle as opposed to those times when he's looking directly at you and just wants to kill you. I enjoy my grenade launchers, so I use them a lot. It's a good way to practice kind of the feel and the arcing on them. Sometimes you gotta get a little more aggressive on these last couple ads. And we're good. Alright, that should be just about everything except the boss. Kill the final crystal. Cool. Reload everything. And then we'll work on the boss section. Make sure we're good. Alright, no ads have spawned yet. So we got the crystal above, and then he will break. First thing you can do, honestly, if you want to just nuke him, you can put a lot of work in, but as soon as he starts his beam, told you how fast I could die. The Eye Blast will nuke you, and I was still sliding. I wasn't even airborne. So it's a way you can put a lot of damage in quickly. Now, here's the problem. You don't actually want to kill him. You just wanted to wound him. Because if you kill the boss before the champions are dead, they will actually despawn and you're only going to get gold rewards, which is not how you're going to be able to get those exotics. Platinum is what you want for the exotic rolls. So, well, I woke everybody up. So you want the barrier to pop his shield. Okay, pop your shield, thanks. Try and focus on the barrier and try and change your line of sight. That's how fast he melts you. I'm dying right now because I've got enough reses and I've also got time to do it. But I'm just showing you guys, it's literally a split second because it's so much double void and the way that laser works, it's not even close to funny how quick you die. Now, thing to know about barriers, you notice they will only put up their shield while they're looking at you. If you die while you're trying to kill them, and then don't double jump so you make them aware, if you can get to a point where you can do damage to him, he's not going to know until you damage him first. So if I get a chance at an angle, be ready, and you're actually able to kill him. Now, it's not always going to happen. He could do it after you die, but there are times like that where you're able to do damage to him, and he's not going to be able to do too much yet because he's still in that kind of like, hasn't seen you, hasn't decided to put up his barrier shield yet, and it kind of makes life a little easier. So now I use this big, giant kind of rock pillar here to work things down. Again, he hurts, but I can hurt back too. So he's almost dead. I don't believe there's any other champions. I know Master that you'll have more champions. Watch that sniper. It's a Void Acolyte sniper. So be careful on this side over here. If you do creep over here, be aware of the sniper. Take him out. Just for safekeeping, trying to clear out everything I can. Oh, apparently we got... Now, okay. Everything's low enough, it's all about to go off. This is where you're also going to need that arc shield. And again, be careful of the ogre, because now we got darkness encroaching in 60 seconds. So again, try and break that shield however you can. You can get him to where you can finish him. That makes life really easy. He literally is going to take like one grenade back there. It's not going to be too hard. Just don't be in the air. Like, if you do that, you better be visible for a split second to do it. And dead. There we go. You're gonna have a few ad stragglers left over here. Nothing major. But there you go. That's proof you can do this thing without using a super, without using an exotic, and basically get it all done. Watch the sniper. The only problem with this one is if you die after time here, you can still not open your chest. So you've got the option either wait for them to despawn or be much safer than I was and not stand in the middle and get killed. You got a couple snipers in the back and they're void, so they're going to sting quite a bit. Especially if you're dumb enough to jump in the air like I was. But yeah, it's really hard to just run by and pick that thing up, because I thought these guys disappear, but man, they do not want to. Yeah, that void snipe is going to sting. So be... Ow. Careful. Apparently we got a little... There we go. They take a little while, so be cautious about that. Don't just like... you know, kill the boss and then run forward, because there's enough stuff out here, especially if time is done, like mine is now 30 seconds past. If I died, wouldn't be able to open the chest. And some key fragments. It's fine. But that is K1 Revelation with absolutely the most basic loadout. Let's get back to the planet surface. We'll wrap this up. Alright, so that does pretty much wrap it up. As you saw, Void Ogre damage will absolutely melt you. So taking care of those unstoppable ogres quickly and stunning them and getting out of their line of sight is very important. And then I did this with a very basic loadout. Something like Truth would be great if you've got it. You can see grenade launchers work. Any Void rocket launcher is still going to be pretty solid, especially if you got tracking on it. You need to handle arc damage for those few knights that you've got to deal with, a couple of those shield guys. And then whatever you want to use for unstoppable, but I just enjoy grenade launchers, and barrier was here. I also could do it with salvage or salvo and say night watch and then say go truth, and that'd be a bit more optimal. Totally up to you. Use your super. Don't hold on to it like I did. Again, I just don't use those. And if you got an exotic you want to use, like Armamentarium for more grenades or literally anything, use it. So I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, let me know down below. If you guys do get an exotic drop and it's one you're looking for, let me know if you get a good roll on it down below in the comments. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this guide, please drop a like, but also hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Helps my videos make it to you in the future, and a nice way to support me for nothing on you. If you guys want to find me on Twitter, it's Ebontis, and twitch.tv/Ebontis. I stream Destiny. Sometimes we're in kind of a bit quiet season, so I'll be streaming a variety of stuff as well. Thank you all very much. I'll see you soon.